Happy FriYAY.
Thank you.
FriYAY.
It's been a minute since we celebrated FriYAY.
I've missed FriYAYs. I've missed them.
So if you're new to the podcast, we did radio together for a number of years.
Yep.
And FriYAY was always
It's
a
a
big
big
celebration day. It was
It was
a
a
thing.
big
You
deal.
had all these rules. So I see it's FriYAY. You're wearing pink. It was always like, wear your favorite color.
Yes, you're
on
wearing your
FriYAY.
favorite
So
color.
blue and
Yes.
pink. Yeah,
Yes.
we had to do that.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing. They have been so quiet of late because if you don't have the work day that, is scheduled for you, then it just throws things off a little bit. But finally, we're working on a FriYAY.
On a FriYAY.
And we're wearing our favorite color, and there's all kinds of, and it's the end of January. Can I just say, is it bad that I am always happy when January's over?
I'm
that bad?
happy when February's over.
Really?
Because in my mind, January and February are the two coldest months of the year.
They're kind of the same.
Right?
Yes.
And so I know as soon as we hit March, spring is close
It's true.
at hand.
It
and
is true.
And now that we live even further south than we used to,
Mm-hmm.
like March is still cold in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we live in Middle Tennessee, man, when March rolls around, I know that it's not going to be long before flowers are coming
Yep.
and grass starts greening up and all the things.
And I
So,
have a very unpopular opinion in Middle Tennessee because we have a ton of Bradford pears, the trees in this area, and I love them. My allergies
my allergies hate them.
do not love them.
New.
But visually, I just think they're so pretty because it is a sign of spring. And you've got all of the buds and the dogwoods and, flowers.
And that's an unpopular opinion around
Because
here?
allergies are so bad.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we all
Oh, yeah.
know when it's spring because of
Yeah.
the Bradford pears around here. But that's why it's unpopular. People don't like the trees because they give them such a hard time in their allergies and sinus. But I still, I just will sit out and look at them because I think they're so pretty.
Double dose of allergy medicine
Yep.
and go for it.
They try
Right,
not
there
to.
you go.
Yeah. So, yes, you're right. February is a very close second. But January, there's something about the last day of January that I'm always fairly happy to see.
Well, here you go. It's last day of January.
Come
It is
on.
the last Friday in January, which makes today National Fun at Work Day.
Hey, well, we're already wearing our favorite colors.
There you go.
What else we gonna do?
Maybe drink some hot chocolate.
If it's homemade, okay.
You would do homemade hot chocolate.
would.
That's too much work.
Mm,
You know what's
Okay.
even better than hot chocolate, though?
Wait, have I learned you nothing since
What?
you've known me? That homemade may be a few extra minutes and work, but the flavor difference is worth the extra effort.
It depends on what it is.
Okay.
I could go for some homemade hot chocolate, and that would be fine.
Yeah.
But you know what would be even better in my Raphael's mug?
Raphael's coffee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't blame me there. So good. We are fueled by Raphael's coffee. And you'll see why, because the link is in the show notes, raphaelscoffee.com.
Yeah, good stuff.
Mhm.
But yes, today, in addition to being National Fun at Work Day,
Mhm.
it is also National Hot Chocolate Day,
Okay.
which rolls around every January 31st, as does National Big Wig Day.
Oh, man. I left mine at home.
Had I been looking at the national calendar before right now,
Yes.
maybe we could have brought some wigs, although I don't have any big wigs. Sorry.
Okay, so you said that we worked together for a few years, and we have. And we did radio for well over 4 years. Before you came to the studio, it was National Wig Day, and I borrowed a whole bag of them from a friend and took them into the studio and persuaded everyone on staff to wear a wig.
I've seen the pictures. There's some good
It's
ones.
so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I had a big, blonde, super curly wig. I love that.
You would like a blonde afro?
I would totally wear that. I would totally. If I could have it, seriously, if I had curly hair, it would be big. I would let her go. I would let her roll. I just think curly hair
Then
is
you
the
could be
coolest
5 feet
thing
tall.
ever. I would. I'd be at least 5'5". I'd let it go big. I just think that's the coolest. I would totally do it. So that wig is my favorite all
Okay.
time. But I had to give it back to my friend because they're hers.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about
I
that.
wished I'd known.
You had to give it back
I did.
because it's National Backwards Day today, too.
Oh, Does that mean you walk backwards? You wear your clothing backwards?
Why not?
I mean, I read magazines backwards.
Yes.
Isn't
I don't
that
know
good
how.
enough?
That was such a light bulb moment for me when you admitted that one day. And I'm like, that was the missing puzzle piece.
So what was confusing you? I don't understand.
So back when here's the story. Back when
Back
we used
to
to do a
radio.
radio show,
Yeah.
and we would have guests on, and we'd do this interview. Like, I would start at the beginning. Tell me your story. What's the deal? And we would work towards, in my mind, we're working towards the climax of the story. We're getting to like a movie, like a good book, whatever. You're cultivating and telling the story, and we're going through, and then, man, this is how God showed up. Here's the miracle. Here's the unexpected turn. Here's the thing, and here's our resolution. And like, you kept asking these questions that took us from the starting line to basically almost the finish line. Like, what are you doing? We haven't told the story. You're giving away.
I told you why.
And you did tell me why.
I
And all of a
told you
sudden,
why.
it made sense in my mind.
I think I will play by your rules in the podcast world. But in the morning show world, when you had 5 minutes and people were in and out and moving and grooving, I wanted them to get some payoff too, because they couldn't necessarily come back for the next 5 minutes or the next 15 minutes. So I wanted them to be able to have some of the oomph of the story and not just, I was born in 19,
Oh, we
that kind
never
of,
went that.
I know. But you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't, most people on a morning show, very few have time to listen to the whole story. And folks will forget to go back and hear the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say. But now in podcast world,
You just dated yourself.
I know. That's okay. I like my era.
Paul Harvey was a good one.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't like to talk about my age, but I like my era. So in podcast world, though, I promise to build the story. However, the day that I told you that I read magazines backwards, you went, oh. I'm like, why? Why is that a big deal?
And that was like, for me, I'm like, oh, okay. We jump to the end. And apparently we work our way backwards. And like, that is what in my mind, that's what you'd been doing on the radio.
I don't do that in books or movies, but I do it in magazines. And you can thank Southern Living for that when they moved their recipes to the back of the magazine. And that's when I started reading magazines
You
backwards.
went straight for the food.
Yep. Well,
I get it.
You do. You have known me for a few years. Of course I did.
I get it.
So
Yeah.
backwards day, on this, for backwards day, you can walk backwards. Yes, you can wear your clothes backwards. But this is kind of fun. Speaking of food,
Yes.
you could have dinner for breakfast.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I love doing that.
Depending on when you listen to this podcast, you may have time to go ahead and make dinner for breakfast. If you
Dinner for
already have it.
breakfast?
Yeah,
I
that's a good
think you
idea.
do dessert first
Of course you do.
if we're going food,
Yes,
right?
Yes, you should. You could add coffee to your milk instead of milk to your coffee. We drink ours black. so.
Black.
Add ice cream to your chocolate. Is that really backwards? I mean, really. You can placate yourself and say, but I don't think so. You could do your work in reverse order. That could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous.
I don't think I'd do that. Yeah. You could twiddle your pinkies and not your thumbs.
Okay.
That's interesting. Do you know I twiddle my thumbs quite often?
Y'all doing that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right? Read a book starting with the last page. I can't do that.
No.
No.
Gives away the mystery, the
the most
intrigue of the story.
intriguing thing to me on the whole list is dinner for breakfast.
I'm up for that.
I think I may have to go do that as soon as we're done here.
Okay, that does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in addition to that, it is also Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. So is there like a type of art that you think inspires your heart more than others?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
Abstract. But abstract with color.
Okay.
Like, it's not necessarily, is it Da Vinci? No. Who was the one that was so...
Picasso?
Picasso. It's not necessarily Picasso. It's just more like abstract color. Okay. If you took a tennis ball in different kinds of paint and you just threw it or hit it against the wall, that kind of abstract.
Okay.
I just love lots of color.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I very much see you being that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, what inspires my heart, it's going to be, and this is going to be the cheesy dad answer, but it's true, the things my kids make. And I have got one
Oh.
kid who is absolute like art girl.
She's really good at it
She
too.
is talented at it. She loves to do it. She
Mhm.
can sit and focus and concentrate on her art projects for hours.
Wow.
And so, the dad in me says
Mhm.
it's that,
Mhm.
right? And that inspires my heart the most. Very close second would be music. There's
Oh,
something about,
yeah.
a
Okay.
great song,
Mhm.
great lyric, great
Mhm.
music. Yeah, I think music can move a lot of hearts too.
There's
Inspires my heart.
there's music in movies.
There is.
There are a lot of big productions.
Yep.
Is that kind of? Do you love that kind of music?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of songs that get featured in movies. I remember years ago, I did go through. I was probably in college, but I went through this little kick where I would get movie soundtracks
You sure?
and
Some of 'em are really
would
good.
listen to those over and over and over again.
They really spend a lot of time. I mean, especially back in the day. Who knows with AI now it may take them 2 seconds. But for the artist, you're saying be inspired by art.
Yeah.
For the artist, they're going to sit down and they're going to see what moves them and put all those orchestral arrangements together. That's super cool. There's a guy, Brett McCracken. You know
Uh-huh.
Brett.
I know Brett.
We've had Brett on the show before, and he is a movie and arts and entertainment kind of guru in the Christian space.
Yeah.
And he writes for the Gospel Coalition a lot. And so we have put the link to this article in the show notes about the movies for last year that he really liked. Now, he does put a caveat on there, and he says that when he is looking at a movie, he's looking for goodness and truth. He's looking for a message that's communicated in a beautiful way. But he always says, like, I'm going to give you the caveat. Like, overall,
Yeah.
I love the movie. I don't love everything in the movie every time. And he'll warn
That
you
makes sense.
about ratings, and he'll warn you about if there's violence or things like that. So, but he has his top 10 from 2024. And I just want to run these by you.
Okay.
And see if you've heard of any of these.
We're even going heard, not just seen, but we're going, have I heard of them?
So if you've seen it, double bonus.
Okay.
But I want to know if you've just heard of these movies.
All right.
This is
Well, start with the big old zero. We see
Okay.
if the number
All
can
right.
climb.
You ready?
I'm going to guess I get a very low score.
So a movie about World War II in London called Blitz. Ever hear of this one?
Nope.
Me neither. But it was rated PG-13 and you really liked it. How about Sing Sing?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm over 2
We're
as
not.
well.
We're not talking about like the Disney, Pixar, or whatever movie Sing and sing to this. Nope. No idea.
Nope, this is a drama.
Nope.
So if you haven't heard of Sing Sing, it's rated R for language.
Okay.
That ain't Disney. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm 0 for 2 as well. Never heard of these. Not seen them,
Yeah.
heard of them. Okay, Dune Part 2.
Heard of it.
Me too. Okay, I get that one. Dune Part 2. I have not seen Part 1.
Nor have I.
I have a friend who absolutely loved it. And then I had another friend, but he also said, you have to be kind of a geek nerd like I am about stuff like that to like it.
Okay.
So never spent time to watch it. Okay, so I've heard of 1 out of 3 now. What about Juror number 2?
Nope.
It's Clint Eastwood directing this one.
Oh.
Juror number 2
Yeah,
on a
no.
high-profile murder trial.
I generally like Clint Eastwood movies, so I might like that one. I don't know, but no, haven't heard of it.
Brett says that it's talking about integrity and the challenges that an audience will take away from seeing this movie. PG-13. Okay. A Real Pain. Have you heard of A Real Pain? Rated R for language.
Not a Real Pain movie.
You talking about me again?
But,
that is not
yeah.
funny.
So still 1.
What about the movie Here,
Nope.
set in Brussels,
Nope.
unrated?
Nope.
No, nothing. How about A Complete Unknown?
Whoa, that's a big old zero too.
Yep,
That's
yep.
unknown to
It's
me.
completely unknown.
That's unknown.
Also rated R for language. Nickel Boys.
Nope.
I guess this one's based on a Pulitzer Prize winning novel by the same name.
Okay.
and it's PG-13. Okay, we have one that we've
So
heard
one
of.
of, was that 8 so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of 8.
Number 9, Flow.
Nope.
There are no words in this movie. There are no human characters in this movie. It's all animals acting like animals, and it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic. Think flood and how
Okay.
they're having to deal with. I couldn't.
The
I couldn't do
flow
it.
of water.
Could not do it. Rated
Okay.
PG-13. Perfect Days.
No.
Also rated PG. Never have I heard of any. So 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
We're gonna have to
that
get
I've
Brett back on the
heard
show
of.
because yeah.
Wow.
Okay, he's got some honorable mentions.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll wipe the slate clean, and the honorable mentions are the best Christmas pageant ever.
Not only have I heard of it, I saw it.
Hey, all right, Brett.
So do I get bonus
1 out of 11.
2
Yeah.
points for that?
Nah, we're just gonna give you 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. How about Gladiator 2?
Heard of it.
Okay, I hadn't. A Quiet Place Day 1.
I thought I had heard of a movie called A Quiet Place, but not day 1. So I don't know.
Right, because A Quiet Place is Corey ten Boom,
Okay.
right? Based on her book.
I thought that was A Hiding Place.
You're right.
A Quiet Place, I think, yeah, and I could be wrong, but I would, Jim from The Office. I think that John, what's his face? He also
Okay.
played Jack Ryan in the Jack Ryan, whatever.
Oh.
For whatever reason, I'm thinking that it might be that, but I could be really, really wrong on that too.
Okay.
I don't know.
A Quiet Place Day 1, and it's not The Hiding Place. Thank you for correcting that. Okay. Thelma.
Nope.
Me neither. 93-year-old widow who just got scammed out of $10,000.
Ooh.
That's what this movie is about. It's rated PG-13.
I hope it's because she found the punks who did that and she beat them up. And it's violence.
She
'cause
does
she got
set out
her-
to get her money
She got
back.
her money back.
And Brett says it was his favorite comedy of the year.
Okay.
Listen. Okay, pause. Time out. Ben and I are really enjoying shows that have actors that we've known for a long time that are in their later years and they're coming back to the screen.
Okay.
Because
Like who?
one, like Ted Danson.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Because they've crafted for so long and they're so comfortable in their characters. It's fun to watch them. And sometimes they're not, but they're still them,
Okay.
if that makes sense. I think of Martin Short.
Yeah.
I've only seen like a scene from Only Murders in the Building.
Only Murders. Yeah.
I've not seen the show.
I saw season 1 and I liked season 1. I've heard different things about season 2. So I've not bothered to watch it yet, but it might be good. I don't know. But I did like season 1.
You know what I mean by Martin Short being a little bit awkward?
Oh, he's hilariously
But
awkward.
he is, yeah. And
It's
I just think it's so fun.
And him and Steve Martin,
Yeah.
they play off each other so well.
See, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll unpause and go back to Brett's list of honorable mentions. The Wild Robot.
Heard of it?
Oh, yeah?
My kids saw it,
Okay.
but I did not see it yet.
Huh. I'm up to 2. I saw parts of the best Christmas pageant ever, and the parts I saw I really liked.
Ooh, you didn't see the whole thing?
I might sleep through movies if I watch them at home. It might
There's
happen.
honesty right there. I get it.
It was good. Here's the thing.
I get it.
Don't ask me to sit down and watch a movie in the evening because it will.
No judgment. Oh, I think we started that in the afternoon.
That
in our
was
house.
wise choice.
Yeah.
I should try again. Okay. Top 10 documentaries from Brett McCracken. And
Okay.
you kind of like documentaries?
I do
don't
like
you?
documentaries.
Okay, so let's see if you've heard or seen any of these. Am I Racist?
No. Heard of it.
Okay.
Have not seen it. Want to see it.
Okay. It's a Matt Walsh
Matt
thing,
Walsh.
rated PG-13.
Yep.
Okay. Blink.
No.
Nope. Rated PG. Daughters.
Nope.
Okay. I've got 0. You've heard of one of them.
Yeah.
Girls State.
No.
Join or Die.
No. Still
We're
got
not
one.
doing too good. Music by John Williams.
Oh, no, but I bet that's good.
Yeah, I
That's
bet.
one I'd like to see.
Because of iconic scores from like
All the
Star
you were talking
Wars,
about music
Superman.
and
Yeah.
yeah. He's done
Mm-hmm.
so many good ones.
He has. So there's a documentary on him,
Okay.
and Brett really liked it. Screams Before Silence and We Will Dance Again. There's 2
Nope.
documentaries there. Rated TV mature. It sounds. Even the title sounds it. Sugarcane.
Nope.
Okay. Wild Wild Space.
No, ma'am.
All right, Brett, we're going to have you on so that you can enlighten us, because I don't know. I think I'm so probably fearful of the content of some things. Like, it has to be out for years almost before I get enough feedback from people saying, you won't like this, Dawn, because they're people who know me,
Right,
or
sure.
you will like it. Here's what you can watch for. You can decide whether you want to watch it. My kids are usually, and I'm like, well, what are you doing watching it? But they'll come to me and go, Mom,
Don't
don't
watch
even
it.
bother.
Yeah.
So, but I would take Brett's recommendations.
Oh yeah, like you said earlier, we'll put this in the show notes. You can check that out because if Brett's recommending it, there's a good reason
There's
for it. I'm
merit
sure
to
there's
the
merit
film.
to it.
Yeah.
I would trust his judgment on that. Yeah, we just don't watch a lot of TV. Don't watch very many movies. I just find that we're usually too busy to do that. And if the TV is on, it's usually on sports.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we're usually watching sports, occasionally a documentary or a movie, or we'll find a movie that the kids might want to watch. But the thing we've been into recently, the kids got the very first video game system
Oh, here we go.
in the house, and so we're monitoring
Here we
that
go.
closely.
Yeah.
But we made sure that we got one that you could add controllers to, and we do a lot of family playing against each other.
Sure.
So I want to know Brett's recommendation for top video games for the family.
Oh, we'll have to
We've
see.
been
I'll
doing
bet
a
he's-
lot of Mario Kart recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm so bad at Mario Kart. Like, my kids like to play against me because I am consistently last.
Oh, I would slaughter you.
Oh, I'm
dominate.
sure. It doesn't
Dominate.
make sense to me. Like, whatever. Put me behind the wheel of a car. Now we're talking. Uh-huh. Mario Andretti.
Maybe,
Mario.
but do you find where you're getting to?
Do what now?
How many wrong turns do you take on the way? You have to drive fast.
Oh,
So-
now we're talking. Oh, just because I tour parking lots and the wrong exits, even if the little directions are saying turn, 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 and I go, not that one. Oh, I guess it was.
It was that one.
I've done this for so many years. So many years. I'm really good at it. So no wonder I can't do Mario Kart.
There you go. You got to follow a path.
I'm going to be interested to see how this goes in the years to come. Because I know of dads that game a lot with their kids. And then dads that when their kids grow up and go away, they're still gaming.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be that guy.
Hours.
I don't picture that.
I just don't get video games. I know that people really engage with them. So I'm not really putting it down. But I really don't understand video games. We did Zelda when it first came out on the little black and white Game Boy that was pixelated.
Yep.
I'm dating
remember
myself
that
again. One. Yep. But that was interesting to me. I've never tried since they've, gotten a lot fancier. I've never tried because I don't need that distraction in my life. So what I don't know will not distract me.
You good then?
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a connector for families a lot of times.
It has been for us.
Good.
That's what we're doing that. So, yeah, some fantastic art that is inspiring my heart as we play video games.
Yes.
Yeah, bringing it back.
No.
No. That didn't work, did it?
No. I'm glad you said kids. I'm sure mine will be highly offended because they can all do art. And I didn't say that first. But you just asked me overall, like, what is my favorite?
Yeah,
if it wasn't a child's
type of
art, what would you choose?
Music.
Okay. No hanging art?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but no, it's music. Like, what stirs my heart?
Sure.
A song,
Yeah.
lyric, worship, great love song, rock and roll song, whatever. But it's music.
And that it can change when, like, there's worship songs that we'll love and sing for a long time, and then they'll go their way. They'll have to be laid on the shelf. Is there one that right now you're just loving? For a while, you really liked Graves in the Gardens, but that was a couple of years
Graves
ago.
in the Gardens was big. Same God.
Okay.
Still a big fan
Yeah.
of that one. Yeah, that might be near the top right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My worship list is still the same. And I know there's new songs out there that are great, but that's my king. CC
Oh,
Winans.
CC.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That's my king. And I Speak Jesus by
Charity Gale. Yeah, that is a good. That's
Those
high on my list
songs.
too.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
art that inspires my heart.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Well said.
well, what inspires your heart? Love to know. You can comment, and you can do that, on our Facebook page. You can do that in a number of different ways. YouTube channel. Yeah, you can leave comments there. I hope that you're liking and subscribing to the podcast, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, whatever platform you've connected with us. Hope you will like and subscribe. Thank you for being our +1 today, and thank you for celebrating FriYAY.
Come on now. Come on.